Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I'm Casey, and today I'm going to kind of briefly go over each one of the patterns that came in this month's Best Bead Box XL. I went through and I made each one of the patterns, and I want to show you the finished product and talk about talk about how easy or maybe not the pattern was. All right, so the first pattern that I did was the Russian spiral bracelet, and I will say that since I have made this, I've seen there are a ton of different YouTube videos on this particular style, the Russian spiral and bead weaving. I did not watch any of them, and I am not familiar with this before going through this pattern. I wanted to kind of see how this pattern, how difficult or how easy this pattern was to follow, just strictly going from this piece of paper. And I will say it was quite difficult. Here is my finished product, and as you can see, it is pretty close to what the picture looks like. I did make a couple changes, which I'll go through, but it's pretty close to what the picture looks like in color and, you know, everything. One thing that I changed is that there is no clasp on this, and the design doesn't call for a clasp of any kind, which I guess to me didn't make a lot of sense because it's not a stretch bracelet. It's not an elastic bracelet, so I wasn't really sure how to go about getting it on and off. So I did add an ending to it and add a clasp to the bracelet. Just a simple magnet clasp, but I followed the pattern exact. And the beginning of this pattern was tough, and I started and stopped several times and had to, more like started and then had to restart, take it apart and restart a couple times because mine just wasn't looking like the picture. And once I figured out what I was doing, you know, I'm sure it's user error, meaning, you know, my fault. But I feel like there was a part of the pattern I was like, I just don't think that's right. But either way, I figured it out, and I do like the way that it came out. I'm not a huge fan of these colors, but as you can see here, I am already in the process of making another one. I showed it to my kid, and you know, he really liked it, and he picked his own colors, and he wants one, you know, just like this. So I really do like it. I enjoyed making it once I got all the kinks worked out. So it does look really nice. But I would put this, at least the beginning part of it, starting it off, a little confusing on the scale of difficulty, but then once you get it started, the entire rest of the bracelet is just repetitive until you get the length that you want. So definitely a nice pattern to look at once it's done. But again, just a few differences. I added a clasp, and like I said, a little confusing in the beginning, but I do like the way that it came out. And the second one that I did was the bonus pattern. And the bonus pattern doesn't come with any of the pieces, the materials, so I did use my own stash for this one. So of course it's not gonna look exactly like the picture here because I used my own beads. So I went ahead and added it to just a regular leather necklace that I had, and I like the way this looks. I really do. I think that I just love the almost lattice pattern of the smaller beads. I do like the way that it looks. I don't necessarily like that it's one-sided, and it feels a little bit flimsier. I think, because I'm going to try to make it again, and I think I'm going to do this X pattern that's on top, and I think I'm going to do it to the back of it as well, and see if it just kind of firms it up and makes it feel a little bit more secure. But other than that, I absolutely love the way that it looks, and I'm probably going to try it with different colored beads as well. But yes, I mean, I really enjoyed this one. This pattern was quite a bit easier to figure out and to follow, which is odd because just looking through kind of how the pictures look, I thought it would be confusing. It really wasn't. I followed it pretty simple. I would put this a lot lower on the difficulty scale. And I do like the way that it came out. Like I said, I just think next time I'll try it with that pattern on the back as well. And the last one that came in the XL box was the charity pendant. And this one came with all the pieces. And I saved this one for last on purpose because I absolutely love this little pendant. It's actually bigger than what I thought it was. Looking at the picture, I thought it was going to come out quite a bit smaller. But I love the way that it looks. It feels very, very secure. I also put it on the same type of necklace strand, and I think it kind of stands out. I don't really think it needs any extra embellishment in the, in the strand, but I am quite certain that I will be making more of these, as I have already ordered some of these beads in different colors, like the Iris Duos. I ordered several more Rivolis in the 18 millimeter from the Potomac website. So I made sure I had the exact same beads in different colors. Absolutely love this, and I very, very much look forward to making this in several different colors. So yes, in this box, I would say by far this one was my favorite, and I intend to make several more of these with absolutely no change to it whatsoever, because I don't think it needs a change. I think it's beautiful. In the picture, this comes across as blue, the Rivoli in the middle, and the way it looks in person, it's bright pink. And when I was putting it together, I was like, well, they gave me a different color Rivoli to go in the middle. But as I'm moving it, you can see on camera, obviously it is a color changing one. And of course, when I looked on their website, they have solid color ones, and then like this, they have other color changing ones where, it might be blue. If you turn it that way, it's pink. So I really like that aspect of it as well. So definitely this is worth it, 100%. I will make several of these. Pattern was also quite easy to follow. I thought this would be the more difficult one, just based on some of the pictures, and then going into that picture, it looked a little bit more complicated, and it really just wasn't. It wasn't complicated. The pattern was very easy to follow. The descriptions are very thorough. The pictures are very helpful. Really, really enjoyed this one. This one was awesome. So once again, here are all three of the patterns with the finished products, and overall I am very, very happy, as I am every month, with the patterns and how they came out. And I really enjoy the inspiration of maybe if you can't come up with something on your own, or you're not really sure what to make, the patterns really help you in creating exactly as it is, but then also, taking the pattern and maybe making some changes or tweaking it the way you like. I really enjoy these patterns, and I love the way they came out. And I think this, I say it every month, I think this Best Bead Box XL is worth every penny, and I highly recommend it to anybody who is considering bead weaving or wants to get into it. These patterns really, really help. And they're, for the most part, easy to follow. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. And if you liked this video and you want to see more videos like this, or other videos that I have, unboxings, tutorials, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Give me a like, and leave a comment. I love reading your comments. It's one of the best parts of my day. You guys are so kind, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. So thank you once again for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.